sewage. The raw sewage is food for the trillions of microbes that are in here. And the oxygen, with the food and the oxygen, they're just living their happy life cycles, breaking down all the wastewater. And as they break it down, what you actually see in the solids for us to put into the farm fields, the biosolids, isn't human waste or any waste like that. It is basically the end of the life cycle for the bugs in here. And what we're putting in is dead bugs that have been consuming sewage their whole life. The paint in the bottom does have a little bit. It's not that the water is so much yellow, it's the paint in the bottom has a little bit of yellow to it too. But when you saw that brown water up there, this is what it turns out after we're done. My main job in this whole thing is to protect the environment. Whether I work for this sewer plant or work for somebody else, my main job is to protect the receiving water so that the guy 500 miles downstream, his cows don't drop over and die, or his cattle or something, or he doesn't tap into this water and it kills his crops or something. So that's why sewer plants really do need to be so diligent, because you're just protecting the guy who's further down the stream. There's cows maybe a mile downstream from this could be standing in this water, drinking this water. Well, the raw wastewater that comes out of both villages, Fontana, Walworth, and Kikkoman Foods also, comes in through the basement of this building, the screening building. It passes through one of two channels in the basement, and when it builds up enough mass on these bars that are down in the bottom of these screens, it'll trigger the machine to take off. The machine goes down, rakes through those bars, and brings up all the paper and plastic and any of the debris that's not that we can't break down in the plant. The water passes underneath in a pipe underneath us over to the influent pumping station over here, where underneath each one of those trap doors is a pump that'll handle 1,100 gallons a minute, and it'll pump it up to just the level of the receiving station up there, where it flows into a splitter box and travels to each of these 3 ditches. This is one of the finishing products in the super plant. When the water leaves the oxidation ditches, it travels to one of our 3 clarifiers. It rises up in the
sample of influent. This is what comes into the plant. This has gone through a bar screen, so all the big rags and big chunks have been pulled out. And then, so this is what it looks like when it comes to us. Then it goes into our ditches, and in our ditches, these bugs that I've been talking about, the rotifers and paramecium and stuff like that, will do their job. They're free help. All we have to do is give them food, and they'll eat it all up. The organic matter and stuff that's in the water, they take care of that for us. So that's what all this brown stuff is those bugs doing their job. Then this goes into the clarifier. In the clarifier, it's like a big bowl. We constantly are adding water into that big bowl. So all this solids that are left over in that water get settled down to the bottom of the bowl. At the bottom of the bowl, there's a drain, and we suck out the solids out the bottom of out of the bowl. At the top, the clean water overflows the bowl, and that is our effluent. And this is how clean our effluent is. You can see there's a pretty big difference from before and after. Well, if there's a lot of bacteria in the water and it goes out into the creek, so there are fish and other animals that already live in the creek. Well, we don't want to steal their oxygen, their nutrients that they need to live in the creek for wastewater bugs. So in order to keep the creek and the lakes and everybody else clean and healthy, algae will grow on excessive phosphorus. Algae will use up oxygen, which will kill the fish. So we want to make sure that we keep the environment clean and safe for all the other resources that are out there.